What's happening, everyone? We're back. It's Nan's Kitchen podcast. Obviously, John,
And Louis.
you know that. So we're back. And, well, this one's a bit of a mad one, this episode. We just come up with a little topic before as we were wrapping up the last one. And I thought, go on then, it'd be rude not to do a little other one while we've got it fresh in the head. So, tell them your question, Lou, lad.
Well, my thought, it was just when you sort of, we were touching on the growing up thing before, and I think it stems deeply into what, you know, what happened to you when you went to school and what they give you to leave school to set you up into the real world, which I don't think they done a lot for people in our areas anyway. Maybe other people would say different, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you didn't have much opportunity. I feel like, you sort of done most people through school, you do things that you don't really enjoy rather than occupying you on something that you actually enjoyed or which could benefit you when you left school. They sort of it was just anything. It was just up in the air, just whatever. You just finished school and then you maybe went to sixth form,
Mm.
or you went to college type of thing. But nobody sort of steadied you on the right path and asked you what you'd want to do. It was sort of like a collective thing of everybody just does the same thing, isn't it?
So
Really?
yeah. When you got to year 9, was the only choice you had your options in it to go when you went to year 10 and 11. So you took that's the first choice you get in secondary school, is year 9, to be like, what path do you want to go in the sense of what subjects you want to study. Now, obviously, for me, it was a bit of a mad one because I should have done Spanish, history, and geography. They're the three highest subjects I got a score in,
Yeah,
but I ended up going doing an IT diploma thing that was
yeah,
going to benefit me
yeah,
going forward
yeah,
because of technology and that.
yeah,
And in the real world, it didn't really help me, to be honest, because of the fact that I ended up going from there to going to start an apprenticeship, and the skills I learned on the IT diploma didn't help me at all in this apprenticeship, which was telecommunications and
yeah.
database programming. So it just that didn't set me
And
up in that
I think
sense.
with our school as well, and a lot of schools in Liverpool, it's like there's just two ends of the spectrum. And it's like if you're like in school and you're proper like a naughty kid, and a lot of the naughty kids got good opportunities that you couldn't get. They got a lot of them got sent to do like I don't know electrician courses
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
couldn't be in school.
they couldn't
And now
handle
in
it.
reality, that benefits you more
It
going
does.
out into the world. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Or if you
it,
were on the other end of where you were a brain box, you had things going for you. It was the people in the middle, I thought,
yeah.
that sort of just got look past type of thing.
What's the maddest thing is, as you made a good point there, like the naughty kids always tend to get the better treatment, like, and but the reason behind that is back when we were in school, obviously, set the way certain kids, I wouldn't say like disabilities, but learning difficulties
Yeah.
in a sense as if certain so like if a kid, for instance, when we were in school, if you had dyslexia, that was the biggest thing. They weren't known kids who had like autism,
Mm.
Asperger's, and like ADHD. ADHD was probably the furthest
Yeah.
that it developed through when we were in school. So
Yeah.
these kids who are just putting in an SEN class, which then stood for special enhanced needs. So they're in a separate class to other people. So for one, the kids who are just struggling with learning things could be put in the class with these difficult kids as well.
Yeah.
And it's not a good environment for them, lad. Imagine that though. Like now we've got like there's a spectrum, and the spectrum's got all these different things on. When we were in school, they weren't a spectrum. So
Yeah.
I think the reason for the naughty kids going to different places because the teachers,
Don't get me wrong. I think that's a good thing.
you couldn't deal with them. No,
I think, but I think that it's a good thing for the kids as well because they're getting opportunities that they wouldn't in school. Do you know what I mean? And like they know they can't. A lot of people struggled with school. I struggle with school myself. It's in certain ways with certain things, and I feel like a lot of people have the same thing of where they need something that's I don't know, maybe physical or not as sit down and write in a book or sit there and just listen for 2 or 3 hours. I couldn't sit there and listen. Do you know what I mean? It's
there's different learning styles. They started getting developed as like as time went on. Do you know what I mean? There's
mm.
always been different learning
Well, they used to
styles.
go through that with you in school, like what was it, like kinetic
Yeah,
or
kinetic,
something or something. Just
coherent, and some of the one they were all mad.
they had to go like, but I just still think they could have. There's a lot of ways where, and as well, you think teachers are teachers, they're just normal people in the end, really.
Bloody
And you
hell,
think,
and you realise that
they're
when
just
you get
going
older.
to work to get money, a lot of them.
Earning a job, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, my history teacher back in the day, big Mr. McClusk, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was sound, lad. We basically watched films every lesson, lad.
Yeah.
But I learned so much from them
Yeah.
films when I actually got to doing the exams and that, lad. I was shit hot, lad, you know what I mean? But that's just because of the fact that you do learn a lot from historical films more than you would someone talking to you, in a sense.
Yeah, I think obviously as well, I think a lot of it's down to yourself, and you know, people can be lazy, and I'm fucking lazy myself in ways, but when you obviously it's not just their fault, but because there's people who've went through school and done well for themselves, who we know, do you know what I mean? And
but
you can't blame it all on that. Half it's to do with yourself, but I still feel like there's ways they could do it better. Do you know what I mean? There's ways they could pick up on getting kids to ready for when you leave school, because that's where most of the problems stem, when you leave school, isn't it?
I think personally the way the educational system is now anyway is it's just a bit all over the place. Like the two asked about kids and
like we were saying before,
services involved with in getting social service involved in certain situations in schools, and it's like you're too interested in taking the fucking kids from the parents now. That's all they're asked about. You see a kid that comes in who's fucking starving, yeah, all right, I understand it, it's awful, but you've got to look at the bigger picture. That mom might not be a pisshead, she might not be a drug addict, she might literally be skint and can't afford to put food on the fucking table for them kids, and you're putting them out to portraying an image like that. Not all the same, some of them are drug addicts and alcoholics, I understand that, but it's the educational system, as I said, from stuff that I'm reading and seeing myself, it's all about teachers trying to get social services involved in primary schools, but then when it gets to secondary schools, when you get the social service involved, they're not doing anything, not helping. Back in the day, they used to take kids on socials and take them out and take them off the parents when they were troubled. You don't do that no more. The youth centres are gone. So the youth fees are gone. Half these kids are just all out there, just ratchet. They're just doing mad stuff because of the fact that they haven't had role models in a sense, or they haven't had something to do to burn the time up. When we were younger, we used to go go-karting, ice skating, camping, orienteering,
column endy,
abseiling, all that type of stuff. We do all that, and that was, I done that with a youthie. There's not many youthies out there anymore to like sort of give these kids a steer in the right path, and I just think it's hard out there for kids now. But the big thing is for me, school in general, I just think it's another government contractor that makes money from us. Now look at it this way, and I've got two ways to look at it here, and you're gonna be like, okay, he might be talking a bit of shit here, but I'm not. So if your kid decides to be naughty and not turn up for school, and it's persistent and it's consistent, then your mother or dad, your mother or father will be threatened with prosecution and jail time if you can't put your kid into it. This is what was put out there if your kid's truant in school. So why are they that asked that your kid's not going to school? If your kid doesn't want to be educated, that should be down to you. But no, do you know why that is? Because you're another cog in society that's not paying taxes if you don't go to school and get an education. The government is just this education system is just another government body making more money. It's just another government funded. It's ridiculous. Like this is where this is why my points, I think personally, are a lot more correct than others I've seen. Now, so yeah, for one, you're a naughty kid. You don't do as you're told. You're not that cog in society where you're gonna go and pay taxes. Not anytime soon, because you still need to be disciplined and learned and taught. Not learned, not even a real word. I need to be taught certain things. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you've got kids who are, doing right, going to school, coming out, paying their taxes, doing all that stuff. But you're not teaching these kids taxes. You're not teaching these kids banking. You're not teaching these kids financial information. Now, without this information, we're going into this world with no preparation. Because my head fell off when I got my first paycheck from a job, and I just got it with a BR tax rate. Now, I know what that means. Now, basic rate of tax, which means you get taxed on your whole amount of what you earn, 20% without any allowance. Now, you should know that in school. You should be taught that in your PHSE lessons. What's the point in sitting in class for 30 minutes a day? Some of them have 60-minute lessons, talking, you don't even speak, you do the register and sit there. At least teach the kids something you can take forward and like possibly get from somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just gets to a point where like, I personally think we're just suppressed. We are being suppressed. We're still going to be suppressed. Education system, you step out of it, you're threatened with police presence and jail time. That's because they want your kid to come out and be another tax-paying citizen in the world. It's just how it is. And then they don't want you to go and to drop out of school and learn financial banking and stuff like that, because you'll understand if you invest your money differently and don't just do certain things, and you can get a certain tax write-offs, and like, this isn't told to you. You should be aware of this, especially in school. Imagine how much better off all these kids would be going into the real world if they had the information of how credit cards work, how the financial system works, how banking works, how the tax system itself works. Like, we don't get taught it because they don't want us to know, because they want us to just be another cog in society's chain, lad. They just want us to be stuck doing the same stuff day in, day out, paying taxes, giving them more money to spend on stuff that we don't ever see. Like, it's just a way for power to keep power and keep dominance over society, and that's my personal opinions on the educational system. I think we're all brainwashed to it at this point as well, because it's never going to change. You learn more not being in school and being in school. The stuff you learn's good. You need to learn. You need to read, you write. Primary school, I think, is necessary. Secondary school isn't that necessary. You need primary because you need to learn the social skills of being a human, and you also need to learn how to, like, basic maths, handwriting. You know what I mean? Little bits of history. Like,
Yeah.
it's multiple. Do you know what I mean? It's big. It's broad. Primary school is necessary. Secondary school, I don't think is. I think it's irrelevant, because you don't get.
I think in
taught
some
what you need
ways
for
now
life.
it is. I think they I think they need to figure out a way to sort of restructure all that
They do, yeah. They do.
secondary school.
It's not. It could work, but you need to give kids. You need to let you're going in there and you're giving options of choices of things, but they're chose by you. They're not chose by us. Like, you need to be. I just don't understand it. You should teach kids. There should be a lesson in school teaching kids tax, finance, banking, and if you know them and you know how to invest, you know about credit cards, you understand how things work. For one, they'd be more skilled and tooled up with certain information than most of the people will. So they'll get easier to get a job in them industries. They'll probably be much more qualified than people in the current industry now, because the fact that they've been taught through school. People need to be educated. You shouldn't have to go through primary, secondary, college, and then uni to get a degree in a subject to then be like, oh, I understand how the world works now. It shouldn't work like that. That's not how it should be. You should be taught. When I said primary school is relevant, when you go to secondary, that needs to be altered to teach the real world and the real life, like the real life side of financial. Because no one understands it when you're 15, 16, 17, unless you clued up and you looked into it. But when you left school, you used to ring me because I've worked in the tax office once before, so I know how the codes work, and I used to explain to him how it worked. But without me working in that industry, I wouldn't know the knowledge I know. Same for credit cards. I worked in the credit card industry. Without me working in there, I wouldn't know what credit cards work. Like, it's actually fascinating, and it really blows your mind how much information you do not know. And when you do learn it, it's crazy how much your brain can absorb the information it can absorb. Like, it's insane that sticks with me.
No,
To
it's
this day,
too
like, you know
busy
what I mean?
telling you how many wives and the ate that.
Yeah, unnecessary stuff. Really, it's because it's like British history, UK fucking colonialism, lad. It's like when we tell the stories, we don't talk about other colour bar whites. Like, very rarely, anyway. Are you on that? Like, it's always white power, white domination, the white queen, the white king. Like,
White Jesus.
white Jesus, lads. But they say all stuff like that though, and there's actually other arguments that Jesus wasn't white.
No, he wasn't. Nobody actually wasn't.
Yeah, well, there you go then. So there's that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It's just people want to believe what they want to believe. That's another thing we're going to get into, and then like that's going to be.
I think he was about 4'5" or something as well. Jesus.
I don't
Everyone
know.
was little back then, wasn't he?
I haven't got a clue, Lou.
Yeah, everyone was small.
Everyone was little back then.
You see that we would have been about that big, me and you. Wouldn't be able to see us now on the video.
No, but that's another thing as well. Religion, people need religion, and I think in certain schools, you go to Catholic schools and they're focused on religion, telling you prayers. And to be fair, there's like in the different versions of the Bible or the Testament.
Did you have that in your prime school where you'd have to like sing songs and that?
Yeah, and we weren't even a Catholic school. We
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make
It's
any
weird
sense.
that way,
Yeah.
Singing like, what's that song?
Come by
Just
army,
that-
Lord,
that-
come by
what was that mad one called? Used to have you
Yeah,
sing?
I know exactly what you mean. It's like
Sing
everyone's.
Hosanna, something like that. That was
a
definitely
banger.
one of them. That was
banger.
in every tune.
That was the best
I
one.
didn't mind singing that.
That was the best one.
Yeah, it was,
Just start bopping that, just start busting me shapes.
I used to get Nick for marming them a lot, mate, because I couldn't be asked.
Yeah, we could be asked.
As if the teacher knew that was marming them.
No, it's nuts.
Must have been bad at marming, mustn't I?
Awful, lad. I think you, lad. You're looking like, you got caught out for marming on stage, lad. Three people, I think, like, swear Cardi B recently got or something like that, got caught, but she's just been pinging kids' heads off in Mike's hair, lad. She's been knocking kids. She's been, what? You call me off, marming, yeah? Mike off your head, you little muppet. You know what I mean? Crazy scenes, lad. But, yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Isn't it?
Yeah. I just think that with the schools and that, obviously, like I said before, like, you know, it's half. A lot of it can be yourself. Of you know, they're not all to blame, are they?
No.
In a way, but I think they can do things.
Listen, lad, schools aren't all bad. Like, I'm not saying they are.
No, I enjoyed that.
I had even though
I hated the learning, the lessons, because everybody does.
Yeah, no one really likes the lessons in school.
But majority of the time, you don't like it because you can't do it.
Yeah, but it's you just can't be asked.
Or you can't be asked. You can't be asked, and
you just can't be asked.
You just can't be asked.
It's just either reason sometimes in the day. Like, I just can't be asked today.
I know.
But school was a sound experience. It went awful. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't think that school set me up for life. It just didn't.
No, it doesn't. No.
I left sixth form after 1 year to go and do an apprenticeship, and that fell apart quickly.
But that's what I think school should be trying to do, to get young kids on things like apprenticeships.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, they should. They should. But we should have had more information about all this stuff, lads, instead of just like.
But then it was like, you can't get an apprenticeship unless you've got like an A in maths or a fucking.
It was just.
And it was just a lot.
You'd have to get your own placement in certain places. It's like, how can I go and get my own placement, lad, for somewhere when you should be doing that? Like, that's your job. I'm coming to you for an apprenticeship. Lad, I remember this. Excuse me. I went for the apprenticeship. Went the interview, got the job and that, and then I waited for months. About 4 months later, I got in contact with them, and they went, "Oh yeah, them people that we were working, don't work for us now. We took over the company. But you'll have to find your own placement." I was like, I've been waiting to start this for like 6 months. I've left school and that.
Yeah.
For you to just go, yeah, you got to find your own work placement. Are you deluded, lad?
Yeah.
I'm a 16-year-old kid going around to businesses handing them these leaflets out. Like, yeah, listen, you can get X, Y, Z. Yeah. No, lad. Trying to tell these companies about the benefits of having someone like this. Ridiculous. Honestly, ridiculous. But yeah, it was a struggle out there. And I think you should be taught in school a lot more about life and a lot more about the real world, especially the tax system, how the tax system works. So that's a big thing. Because especially when you become self-employed, like, and I've worked in the tax.
That's what I mean. Like you said, you've done a lot in that type of work.
I still find it baffling. The self-employed stuff it sends me a little bit round the bend, lad. It does, because it's not straightforward. It's a little bit more now, but it's still. And
like you said, I wouldn't. You know, I asked you about things, and you only know because you went there.
Yeah. And
I'm asking you.
Yeah, just because I've worked there.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the situation with it. But you're right, lad. These ones got This is a bit of a deep. This is a little bit of a deep one, but it's just because of I found it interesting. And he brought the subject up before, and I honestly, and since I've been 15 in school, I've always said that by going to school, you're just another cog, the spanner in the works. You're just another person in the toolbox, or another item in the toolbox, another screw, another nail in the board. You know what I mean? Like, you're just abandoned by social.
Yeah.
By the society, that you're abandoned by society and the social acceptance around you, and by doing so, it just makes you because it's been accepted so vast for so long, for how many years. It just, that's where we're at, lad. Like,
it is, and I don't think it's getting any better either.
No, not really. No.
Even watching Max go through school, obviously he's a few years younger than me.
In school now, lad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same thing, and you just think.
But again, it's a lot on the person. Like our Paddy, come out, he's clever, mate, and he's just very well. He's well spoken. He's got like his
that's
words.
What I mean, and like I say, if you're already a bit, I weren't clever at all in school.
I was alright. I don't know, right.
You're probably better than me, but our Max is a brain box, and it's easier to just go and do something when you know I can do that without even being asked. Whereas I'd have to sit there
and think for certain things.
Think and like proper hard think, and then you'd feel embarrassed if you never knew something, if you get put on the spot.
Yeah, I hate to read. I hate to read. Like,
when they put you on the spot.
Yeah, and go, wow, what's the answer to this? And it's like, I know the answer, but
you're sitting there like a tomato in front of everyone.
Proper bright red,
and then you're just sweating.
You start flapping. You're like,
you know what I mean? That used to be horrible.
Should I get up and start singing or something? Like, just what you'll do here? Like, what? I used to hate that.
And then I'd resort to doing a drastic measure than me, like just
flipping or something.
Just flipping and getting off.
Nah, see, it's for me, science, lad, couldn't get couldn't grasp from a
See, that's another one. I get science, but is that...
No,
Even remember that mad thing they used to put us through? Do you remember that mad thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. They used to make us do tests to see if you could do BTEC or...
Yeah.
Or,
do you remember that mad lesson they used to make us? It was called something mad.
We had 2.
Weren't anything.
It was like...
Was it Apex, was it called?
Yeah, Apex.
What was that all about, lad?
It was like...
that was like 2 hours a day, weren't it?
I don't know what it was, you know. I ended up having BTEC in the end, so it was hard for me. I just used to sit there and...
That was a load of nonsense.
BTEC science was the sickest thing ever. Like, you just write stories and make pictures.
I didn't mind the science because the science was a bit more practical. And
I liked all the practice. I liked doing all the experiments and that.
But science is a lot like about, you know, I like about like space and I like all that.
We didn't really touch on all of that though.
Certain things, I don't know.
We had chemistry, we had biology, and we had something else. And
it was mainly to do with like magnets and that.
Yeah.
No stuff like that.
Don't be wrong, science is sick. I found it interesting and it was good, but at the time I couldn't comprehend some of the stuff that they were telling me. I just couldn't say it, just would not sink in.
But I used to hate, I dreaded maths and English. I didn't dread science just as much.
I liked maths, weirdly enough. I've got sick mental maths this day.
I used to copy this kid, and every time a copy of me was wrong as well, so they weren't very good.
So you used both in the midst of it. Yeah, I used to think maths was the only thing I actually enjoyed. I hated English because I swear I had dyslexia and didn't know about it, and used to like I still do it now. Like I writing words and I'll put let's say I'm writing super out, or like, and I'll put the U before the S sometimes. And why have I just done that? Yeah, it just happens, lad. It happens to me sometimes. But I swear, lad. School had its ups and downs, but it had a lot more funny times than bad. But in the sense of, I'm not saying I had a bad experience. We had a laugh in school, but the fact of the matter is, it does not prepare you for the real world, and that's the issue here. That's the point we're trying to make. School does not prepare you to go into the working world whatsoever. Not one little bit. Not even any way, shape, or form. It makes you realise that when you start working, that you want to go back to school because things are well easier back then. But that's about it. And this is another little thing I always said, and it's mad because your teachers always said to you in school, don't say you can't wait to leave because when you start working, you can't wait to be back here. Yeah. Now, when I left primary to go to secondary, couldn't wait. I was like, I want to be back in primary. When I left secondary to go to the real world or sixth form, I didn't mind sixth form.
Sixth form was
all right. We had a little bit more openness. We could go for scrans, go out for scrans, and that's.
You used to say to you that, didn't you? If you don't, like, we're not positive, you don't turn up on it.
Yeah, it's on you at this point. Yeah.
That was great.
Then it was all right. I enjoyed sixth form, and then
maybe that's why I struggled when I left school. It was just very honest.
That's probably why you soft ass. But then when you start in the real world and you start working, I honestly, it must have took me about 3 months to be like, I wish I was back in school with no commitments, no bills, no real world problems, no drama bed. Know what I mean? Like I was living my life as a kid, like just happy, like just doing what you wanted to do. Like things were simple. Back when times were simpler, but the best times in life.
But I think even now as well, if the way you're in uni and stuff now, well,
I'm not I've graduated.
You know anymore. You graduate, haven't you?
With honours, mate. Graduated with honours.
You know, if they could have sort of got that out to you earlier in school to sort of get, you know, you could have figured out that you wanted to do that earlier.
I never wanted to go to uni, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But maybe they might have. Yeah, if they had different ways to put things across.
But I was against it because I thought, I'm going to get an apprenticeship and earn money and get the education at the same time. Yeah. But then when I got 2 apprenticeships, first one went to shit, second one got me redundant 9 months in and didn't finish my course. So I was like, I'd never get an apprenticeship again because the shite. Just a waste of time, waste of 2 years.
And they, you know, apprenticeships as well. You
now
know,
they're a lot more stable than they was when I started.
They are a good thing, aren't they?
They are now, but they weren't when I started. Back then, it was like the companies were setting up to get funding off the government and weren't that asked about you.
But at the same time as well,
they're out there to help you. Know?
You've left school, you're of age, you're doing what you can do anything you want. You've left school, you know, and you get an apprenticeship and you're on. I know I used to live with my parents and stuff, but what was it? You used to get like, I think it was £100 a week.
What, for sixth form?
No, for an apprenticeship, was that
the yeah, £100 a week, yeah. I used to get $350 a month.
Oh, yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
When we started in sixth form, you used to be able to get though. So when the years before, it used to get 30 quid a week to go to sixth form.
You did, yeah.
Now, when we started, we didn't get that 30 quid. We used to get like term money. They give us like a £1 every term if you come in on time.
And they wouldn't even let us out for our dinner, would they?
No, I used to get out for me dinner though. I
used to get Kirby used to get us out.
Lads, he was a kid on the gate who and I'm not going to start throwing names out there, but he was a sound lad. Proper sound, and he just let us out. Because you know, I could just be in and out every day. He'd go off me chippy and come back, he was sweet.
Come back with like 18 pasties like that for everyone.
Yeah, like, where you go, lad? There's a little bar of chocolate, don't say nothing on the way in, do you know what I mean? Sweeten the security guard up or get them, what do you want? Do you want a Luco or something? Or a can of Coke? Let's get us a fucking can of
There was one that turns up after him though.
He was a sausage.
And he was a bit sketchy.
He was a sausage. But he was a Ming though, so you just
He was
walk
a
past him.
bit weird and that, weren't he?
Oh no, he was alright him
What I
actually.
mean?
Yeah, no, you mean he was alright him
There's a few
actually.
weird things got through about him though.
Yeah, no, he was like,
You know what I mean? I'm not going to touch that. Yeah,
he bent
you know what I mean?
No, we'll touch on it.
We'll touch on it, yeah.
We'll
go
touch on it. No, we will.
He was doing that.
He was flirting with the kids.
He was, and he was about
flirting with
50.
And he was flirting with the 16-olds and that, and like letting them out and that, just like half flirting with them, which is pure wrong and perverted. But listen, lad, if I'd flirt with him to get out for a pasty, that's all I'm telling you right now. If he was going to let me go to Tropicana for me salt and pepper chips, then I was flirting with him all day, son, do you know what I'm saying? That's not playing no games. I would have got him a 50p mix as well.
That was everywhere.
The Tropicana,
eh?
Still going out, still alright.
Is it alright?
Lad, I got a salt and pepper box out there, do the month, lad. It was decent, lad. Decent, the wings in there, still heavy and all, like it. Good crank off.
What was the cafe called on the corner we used to go to?
Cafe Vanilla.
The Vanilla.
It's moved over the road, that now. It's not even there, it's over the road now.
I'm sure they used to do a thing on a Friday where if you get there, used to do like if you get there first, or something like that, you get
£1 in a day or something.
Yeah, or you get a free. Sure, at one point they were doing that, like the first one to get there, you get a free sausage on.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I remember someone proper legging it to get there.
Yeah, to get the skin on. What they used to be alright then. They used to like
We used to have
quid
the
sausage
RS
on
as well,
and
didn't we?
bacon. Lad, the RS.
The RS was heavy.
I used to get
I'm not having a bad word.
all the time.
I'm not having a bad word said about it, you know,
Never
John.
a bad word, lad, even though my stomach was
People used to
roast
say,
off.
they go, yeah, but the microwave sausage. And I go,
Yeah, but lad, they're cooked. That's it. Hey,
No, they were butcher's sausages, but just warmed
Yeah,
up.
they were just cooked. But get on this then if you're going to start throwing shade out. Wall sausages in the microwave. 6 sausages are about £4. Yeah, microwavable ones. They're the heaviest sausages ever you're getting in the microwave. Heaviest sausage. Possibly up there with the, like, they're not. I prefer, like, caramelised onion and fucking apple ones and that. But, like, microwave sausages wise, lad, like, yeah, your bog standard ones, like, them walls, micro sausages, mate, are next level, mate.
They're like a chippy sausage.
Lad, yeah, 2 minutes in the microwave and you can just make a quick sausage on toast.
Yeah.
But I used to eat them when I was a kid. I got these must have been about 2 months ago. And I put them in the microwave, put the toast in the toaster, made up, like, got the layer pack out, boom, loads on it, lad.
Banana sauce.
Don't be I actually did have a little bit of banana sauce. We're talking about the banana sauce debate, that hasn't even been aired yet, lad. You're going to learn that at some point. And, lad, I got halfway through it, yeah, the first half of butty, and I was like, I've got heartburn already. Lad, it just does, because I've got like me fucking IBS now with my stomach and that, lad, heartburn, acid, the lot, it just didn't agree. I can't eat them no more, lad. They were the heaviest things ever when you were younger, lad.
But the RS ones, people used to say, oh, the microwave, they wasn't microwave.
They were cooked.
Was
They were cooked sausages.
They were
used to
butcher,
just warm
they were
them up.
heavy, they were butcher's
No, they
sausages.
were decent sausages, lad.
Because they used to have, they had the butcher's bin in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Chopped pork and all
Used
that.
to get fat butties out there all the time, mate.
Yeah.
Chopped pork, bit of cheese, bit of mayo, bit of
Lad,
lettuce.
you couldn't
bit of
complain,
onion,
you get a
boosh.
sausage butty for £1.
But what, yeah, quid 150, I think.
Yeah.
Quid 150, lad. You were happy days, lad. That was all day. This was boss, lad.
It was.
I remember one time walking to school in the morning, and I was with Rocket or Tom. It was from one or the other. One of them got Nutella on toast, lad. And like, at the time, never heard of Nutella on toast. We were about 13, 14, and my head just fell off. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Lad, you're scum, you. And he was like, what do you mean? Go and get it. So I went and got it, lad. Changed my world, you know?
Yeah. Lad, people used to, as I say, people used to go there and get like five like
Yeah, lad, people get
Nutellas on toast.
Lads get
5 toast.
Lads, I get scan on.
5
Yeah, like
pieces.
people used to go in, just
5
get like,
pieces of Nutella
like
on
a
toast.
sausage on and then give me 3 pieces of toast with Nutella on.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Or jam if you fancy a bit of
jam, yeah. Well, that's why I was against Nutella on toast at the time. Because I was thinking if you jam on toast a bit mad. Like I like toast to be butter. I like toast to be toast.
Oh, do you reckon you should just add a bit of Nutella on your toast with the sausages?
Oh no, that'll be ratchet. That'll be dirty.
I just feel like something that, like Americans would do that.
Jam and sausage on toast.
Nah, Nutella.
And sausage.
Yeah. I feel like that's something
Chocolate
like,
and sausage.
I feel like that's something like the Yanks would do that. They like having
No,
chocolate with
no.
the breakfast, don't they?
They have pancakes with syrup and bacon.
They
yeah,
have
but that's
syrup
just
on the bacon.
Do you know, lad,
I'm not about that, you know.
I'm not going to lie to you, yeah.
Are you about that?
No, listen, I got an American breakfast some daft the other day. No, Louis. It was decent. I swear to
squirty cream and that on
no, fuck the squirty cream. It just had syrup. It had syrup on the pancakes. Lad.
That's what I mean, but they'd have syrup.
No,
chocolate sprinkles with bacon on.
I get it, but I mean, like, lad, trust me, lad, it was heavy, you know.
Was it?
It was heavy, you know. I'm not even, well, lad, like, sweet, like, what's all lad, you can get, like, sweet cured bacon and that, like, can't you? And that's decent. So, trust me, lad, it's not a bad shout, you know. I swear to God, it's not a bad shout. A little, but, like, only, I couldn't be having, like, pure same chocolate sauce, sprinkles, and cream, like you said. No, it's just a little bit of syrup.
Yeah.
Lad, it goes down nice, you know. And the only reason it's lad, because Jakey Walton was raving about it, and I was like, if you're a scumbag, like, you eat some snards grand.
It's like a scran that like elf would eat, isn't it?
Yeah, like literally Will Ferrell.
Proper elf scran,
like,
proper spaghetti bolognese with Smarties on it.
It's nice though, I'll be honest
That's
with
why
you.
I said, because
It's
with
quite
the
nice.
chocolate and they just put anything with anything, them don't they?
It
It's
was-
just like a
I'm not going to lie, but it was nice, you know. It was
big heart attack bowl, innit?
it is a big art stack ball, but I'm not going to lie, I need to get to it.
Elvis used to have like a full pack of bacon on a butty. Like a full packet of bacon on a like a
Lad, if you live on your own though.
and bananas and syrup, I think he had on it.
But if you, I'm not, that's a bit much like.
Lad, it was about as big.
It'd be unbelievable.
That's why he did it.
Probably why you had an
His
art
cholesterol was
stack.
through the roof, like, probably. Well, definitely was.
I'm not going to lie though, I wouldn't mind putting a fucking, like, big 230 packs of bacon on a butty now. I'm just putting it to bed.
Oh, there's no limit of the bacon,
No.
but banana.
Banana's gone too far, it's that sogginess I couldn't deal
Couldn't
with.
put the
lad.
banana on it, you know.
Nah, that's scam.
Put the banana
I'm
on it.
thinking about it now, and I'm like biting into it, and I'm like, I can taste
The
it.
bacon's not the issue,
No,
but
it's the soft bite on
but-
top. You're gonna bite
but
into
you can't
the
have-
crispy bacon and have this big soggy layer of fucking banana.
you know,
on top,
every
lad.
now and then, like, you know,
Yeah.
if you were hungover to death, you'd have, like, I don't know, maybe you'd have 5 pieces of bacon on your brekkie or something like that.
I just put the full packet on me. Just
Yeah.
whatever's in the, because you only get 10
But
slices anyway.
you know, having a full packet of bacon. There might have been more. I'm sure it was like what does I don't know the weighings. I'm sure it was like a pound of bacon.
Yeah, I don't know what a pound of bacon is nowadays.
I don't, but it was a lot,
Three
and he was
slices
having that
now,
like
I think.
every day.
3 slices now, I think, lad.
Mm-hmm. He was having that like every day.
You go and get some chop off from the butcher's, lad, and it costs you like 4 or 5 quid for a
I'm
couple of
lying.
butties,
He used to have bread, peanut butter, and what do you call it?
bacon.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh yeah,
He'd have that, pound of bacon, and then banana.
not gonna lie. I'd try that, me, you know.
No, I'm gonna get up to show you.
I'd try that, me, you know. Get me stoned enough, I'd try that. If we went to Dan and you just made me that, I'd bite it.
Yeah, peanut
dead
butter,
serious.
banana, and bacon sandwich. Yeah.
Let's have a look at it, lad. Looks alright, that, you know. That looks alright, that, you know.
Oh, the bacon just all in the jelly though.
Nah, that looks
In the
horrible.
jam.
No, that one looks horrible,
You know,
that
do you know
one.
what I mean?
I'd bite it and then be like, yeah, not me that. But I'd bite it, I'd try it. I'm not going to lie to you. That's too much jam. What's like a donut?
Honey or jelly?
Yeah, see, their jam's not like the jar jam, is it? It's like jelly there. Jam's a bit like, it's like more wibbly wobbly. Like cheap as the jam. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like smart fry jam, lad. When you get in, there's no fruit in it. It's just pure liquid.
It reckons here he had 2 pieces of bread, spread thick with creamy peanut butter, topped with sliced or mashed banana, crowned with thick strips of bacon, and fried in a skillet, whatever that is. A skillet. It reckons, it just says thick strips of bacon, doesn't say how many.
What do you reckon the calorie count in that is, my mate? 2,000 plus easy.
I reckon you've had
your daily intake.
Oh
No,
you've there, you know.
of sugar.
Yeah.
All he's missing is some pieces, lad, to make it more the legitness.
I think he used to go somewhere, yeah, for a private jet from. He used to fly somewhere to get this sandwich from somewhere.
Must be heavy. This
He
salary, then.
purchased 22 sandwiches
That must
and
be.
spent 2 hours eating them.
Yeah, there's no chance I'd eat 22. I love it, lad. Listen, butties in my scran. My
No,
back in the day,
yeah,
that
I
day
know.
with my stoner
Yeah.
food, lad. Like I used to love.
I
making
love
big
a sausage and egg on
crazy
toast, mate.
butties. No, but lad,
I had to eat
that's-
about 3 of them, but
that's
20,
No, lad. 20 butties.
22
no,
of the sandwiches and spent 2 hours eating them and drinking Perrier
Think how much? No.
and
When I
champagne.
asked about what he was drinking, just let me come back and talk logic to you here. How much bread do you reckon that is, lad? I couldn't bear in mind. He's showing me the picture. It's not just a butty. It's like a fucking big spaghetti roll.
It's
thing.
what Dave used to get, he'd cut it open.
Yeah,
and
I've
put the chips
got
down it.
pictures on my phone immediately, lad, but all
You know
sorts
what
of
I mean?
heavy stuff, lad. But so think of a big bloomer loaf, rip the middle out and just stuff it all that. Crazy.
Yeah,
22 of them. Do you understand the weight of that, lad?
That's the ingredients.
No, can we just stop? I'm not even interested anymore because this is serious now. Do you understand how much physical weight that's going to be in your stomach eating 22 sandwiches in the 2 hours?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it made it easy that he was bevying, because when you're bevying, you can't power through things, but I don't think.
I couldn't eat 22 sandwiches when I'm on the bevies, lad. Not a chance.
Yeah, it was good though.
Lad, don't you know, when I come home and I've got the munchies off the ale, like I can put like stuff I wouldn't put to bed normally. Like
No, that's what
I ended up putting a 10-inch pizza to bed the other day and I had double chicken burger and cheesy chips, and I've never had that much scran at one sitting in my life, and I felt pregnant.
When you're
for about
bevied, you
4
can't
hours.
put things to bed.
Yeah, but lads, I've never, like that's a lot though.
But I feel like it says that he's eating the 22 sandwiches and then having a bevy.
That do look like the Michelin man. He'd have rolls on rolls on rolls, lad.
That's right.
He's got racks on racks of pure
I
dough.
think that was just comfort, weren't it?
Food.
Mm.
We do love a good scran, like.
Oh, yeah.
Like. I do love myself, my foods. I
I love the way it
myself.
says at the end, butter as needed.
Yeah, lad, you need butter to crisp that bacon up
That
as
he
well,
had
lad.
4 to 6 slices of American streaky bacon.
I like a streaky. You need
I might
6
send
you
it
need
round on
6
my
to
way
8.
with sliced butter.
You're well off, but the fact of the matter is, it's still the fact that you had that much bread. Like,
I think it's the
had
fact that he had 22
of them,
So
lad.
he's not having 4 to 6 slices of bacon, is he?
He's had
He's
20.
having-
So 22 times 6, if you've got 20 times 6, 120 at the 6, so 132. So he's had 132 slices of bacon.
Come on, John.
Cheese. Know what I mean?
Cheese.
Cheese.
I was waiting for that.
Probably had some cheese. Nah, he definitely didn't have cheese with that. But think of it, lad, and then you've got how many pieces of bread or how many loaves? That's 22 loaves. Or
4 medium slices of bread.
so 4 medium slices per one thing.
Yeah.
All right then, so 4 medium slices. Medium's not that big. You're talking like this. But that's still, you're talking like 4 of them for each butty, and you got 22 of them. That's at least
something like that.
that's like 3 loaves of bread easy. That. I don't know if you can see this. So that's his butty. So we're talking. If that's one butty, that's 6 pieces of bread though. Well, there's 6 pieces of bread there. So lad, that's 22 of them. 22 6 pieces of bread. Lad, that's at least 5 loaves. Imagine just putting 5 loaves to bed, just sitting there and just nailing 5
You
loaves.
know, it never had
in
all the
2
madness
hours.
on it.
I couldn't even eat 5 loaves, lad, in 2 hours.
No.
I couldn't even eat a loaf of toast, lad. A full loaf of toast in 2. I'd be dead, lad.
I know.
I'd be, my belly would be that bloated,
How
lad.
many
I'd just
bacon
bounce
ons
off
could
the
you eat
floor.
though? I could eat quite a few bacon
I'd
ons.
barely bacon ons, lad. But the thing is, it's got to be bacon butties, not bacon on toast. Like, if it's a bacon butty, lad, I can swallow them like there's no tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? But you just fold them, bam, gone. Like, done. But that's a lot of bread. I'd probably say I'd be able to eat 3 bacon ons. Like, I'd be able to eat 6 pieces of bread. Like, I'd be able to do one of them.
Yeah.
I'd do one of them, and I'd be like, yeah, it's a bit much.
Difference if you get one from a cafe, they only give you like one and a half slices of bacon. Now, don't you? Something like
Depends
that.
where you go. But lad, I went through the day, they gave me half a sausage on each half a thing. I was like, are you mad? It was
No,
a
yeah,
fucking
that's not
5 or
good,
6 quid for this bacon sausage on your tight cunt, and you're gonna give me a fucking
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the RS, £1, whatever. For a sausage on, and you get about 4 sausages on it.
Sausages, lad. Nah,
You would.
it was loaded up, mate. It was loaded up. It was a good days then, you know.
They were.
Starving. That was
Yeah.
starving.
I went a bit off topic there with the Elvis, but it's a mad 22 of them, ED, John.
It's a lot, lad. They started on being dead serious about
Did.
schools and the government using the governmentality and controlling, using extra power to just keep us them little working cogs to earn tax to give them more money. And then it turned into Elvis's 22 stacked, 6 layered, multiple stacked.
I'll give it to him, like he had the goal, didn't he?
Listen, lad, he lived a life, didn't he, my mate? Now what though, Elvis, everyone loves Elvis, but and back then it was a bit mad. There's another controversial issue when his bird, like 13 when he met her or something.
Possibly,
Or
no, yeah.
14.
No, she definitely was, yeah.
Yeah, she was. But back then it was a bit different, like, but I mean, it was a lot different, but I mean, like, still a bit touch and go. And imagine,
I think she was.
imagine someone, and he was like 20 maybe, 19, 20, 21
Yeah.
maybe, something like that, and he met his
Think so.
first babe was about 13, 14.
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that this day and age, you're a pedo, lad, just to say straight up, lad. Elvis, this day and age, if you were a nonce. Simple as that. Sorry to say, lads, but you were a nonce. The laws have changed now,
I
my
love
mate.
the King, me, though.
I do, lads. His music unbelievable. I'm not throwing shade on him, lad. I like him. I'm just saying, as like man to man, lad. If you were about nowadays, you'd be a nonce, lad. That's all I'm saying. But your music, spot on, lad.
But even himself, lads, like, I watched the film. There was a film that he
I've
made
seen
not long
that.
ago.
It's lovely. It's a cracker film, like that.
And he had it hard in some ways. He was like,
Majorly. Lad, he didn't have an easy life, that guy. Like,
nah, he never. And that guy who was his doctor, who Tom Hanks plays, or not his doctor, his manager, he had him like persecuted, didn't he?
yeah,
He had him,
he
like,
had him up the wall,
in a
lad,
bad way. He was giving him like drugs and like
to keep him.
mad what he shouldn't have been having, and I think that's what tipped him over the edge to be eating the 22 sandwiches.
To be into just
Because it was a comfort, wasn't it?
he's got too much going on in his life and he's
Yeah.
resorted to food. Well, it's like
That
same
happens,
with that
though.
Michael Jackson thing. No, that's another because of controversial issue.
Yeah.
That's a bit mad as well. But that documentary shows that he got too much of one drug, trying to swap him to another, and then they overdoed him, lad. Just
Do you
dosed
reckon
him
he
up,
got-
lad.
Done by the doctor.
Yeah, he's definitely smoked him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's done it intentionally, but he smoked him. Yeah.
Do you reckon he could, Wackle might have just been sitting there like, I
No.
want you to give me it, I want it. And he's given in the end and gave him
it.
it.
Doesn't matter even so.
Why would he have
He's
killed
a
him?
medical
do you think?
professional, lad. He's a medical.
Why
he
do
has
you
a
think?
certificate.
Yeah.
A certification. A certification. he has literal documents saying
Yeah.
that, like,
Why do you think he would have killed him?
I honestly don't know,
Do you think
mate.
he had a reason?
I know. I
Do you think he just fucked up?
think it was just a fuck up, yeah.
And he'd just been like, shit, I've killed Michael
Have
Jackson.
you seen the documentary? Like?
No,
I've watched
I
it.
haven't
Watch
seen
it,
it.
it's good. From what he's come out, it's like
Is he in jail? The guy?
I don't know, you know, I would have to look into that.
Yeah.
Google it right now,
I know.
while we're on the subject. Michael Jackson's doctor incarcerated. I don't think he is, like. But the
I think he might have got
documentary
let out, you know.
is interesting, like.
Conrad, his name is.
Yeah, this is the guy, lad, yeah. Should have just typed
Murray
it.
was convicted of manslaughter.
Oh, we did then.
Murray served roughly 2 years out of his 4-year prison sentence.
So we did go to jail, so we don't fucking... So, well, like, then fair dues then. Well, there's that summed up for you. He did kill him, he did get done for manslaughter, so it was his doctor's fault, because he served time for it. Well, that's one way to end a topic, innit? Top of a discussion.
It is.
But yeah, nice one for tuning in, people. We'll be back with another absolute rammer, as per usual, because, you know, these ones have been a little bit more serious than funny. I get that. We've done a couple of funny ones, but the whole point of the podcast is to be based around crime, conspiracy, and criminology. So we're trying to have that aspect of it as well because that's what it's based on. So there's a couple of funny ones we've filmed and they're going to come out. We're going to have a couple more guests on in the next couple of weeks and that. So just tune in, get following the socials. As I said, Nan's Kitchen Pod on TikTok, Nan's Kitchen Pod on YouTube, and Nan's Kitchen Podcast on Instagram. Give us a little follow on that. Nice one, people. See you next time.
Ta-da.